Welcome to a very heavy Hilux, because today we're going backstage, not just to look at the vote that's coming up later, we need to go to the shop, because today we're taking a look at this. And if you think this truck's familiar, you might have seen it on TV. Because today we're taking a look at the 2007 Toyota Hilux AT38. This thing's got 169 brake horsepower from stock, 265 foot-pounds of torque, while weighing a staggering 4,740 pounds. Although it's kitted out with everything you need, including a set of lights on the front, and as many boxes and shovels as you can manage in the back. Going to the inside is a little bit basic, but then again this thing is roughly around a mid to late 2000s vehicle. But now let's go ahead and take a listen to this thing. So here are now in the upgrade shop, we're going to jump straight over to conversion, over to engine swaps and see what we've got. We've got quite a fair few available, including the 6.2 litre V8, the 6.7 litre V8 turbo diesel, the 1.6 litre inline-4 turbo rally. We also have ourselves a racing 3 litre inline-6 turbo known as the 2JZ. We have ourselves a 4.8 litre V10 pulled straight from the LFA, and also a racing 7.2 litre V8. So you know, just a few to choose from, right? This thing does also start out all-wheel drive, but you can go ahead and make it rear-wheel should you wish to. I don't know why you would, but you can. Going to aero and appearance, going over to the front, we just have the option to take off the little, bull bar and the lights at the front. So going to the back, we have ourselves two options. We can either go ahead and put a little bit of plastic on the back, or we can take out the entire box storage area. In the meantime, our mechanic Mac has been very busy throwing together a little bit of an A-class dirt build for us. Let's go ahead and bring up the share code of that real quick. There it is. Feel free to go ahead and grab that for yourself. We're going to go ahead, download and install, and see what we've got to work with. So with these upgrades, we're now at £3,581, a lot lighter than before, with nearly 690 brake horsepower at the top of A-class. Also, I might sound slightly ill, that's because somehow I've managed to get a cold in the middle of summer. So with all those upgrades applied, here and now over in the paint shop, sadly we've got ourselves nothing in advance. We're going over to manufacturer colours. We've got ourselves quite a few. In fact, we have ourselves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different colours to choose from, and I think we might go with this. Also, wow, what a voice crack. So about a couple minutes of saving, and that's what Forza says. Thanks game, very cool. It's also just crashed on me for a second time. Are you serious? Okay, so I'll be completely honest. It's been about an hour since that last bit of video was filmed because everything broke. But now let's go ahead and take the AT38 Hilux into a little bit of dirt racing and see what happens. Okay, away we go. This week, every single race is themed around Forza Horizon 4, so let's go ahead and see what this thing can do. Also, I'm not quite too sure which one it was, but I think the AT38 was first added in Forza Horizon 4. Or it might have been 3, I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments. In the meantime, coming through, that did not work. Though to be fair, it's worth a shot. Now, I've done some digging around online, and I found out that the total number of these made isn't actually available anywhere. And trust me, I've been looking for a while. And another thing that wasn't specified is the average price, or just price of these in general. For that, you'd have to go straight through to Arctic Trucks themselves. Although I have found one for sale online for around £26.9 thousand. Which, by the way, is about this in American dollar. But I've got to say, they are quite rare indeed, as I've only ever found one other truck like the one I'm driving now. And even when it comes to my travels as well, I've been keeping an eye out, but I've seen plenty of the regular Hilux pickup trucks, but I've not seen the AT38 in person. Although, to be fair, I have seen the other Top Gear Toyota Hilux. If you know, you know. Right, let's try and see if we can handbrake turn this corner, and, I mean, to be fair, that's not too bad. Especially considering what I'm driving at the moment is roughly around £3,500. Wait, that is not in price. If this was £3,500, even I might have bought one. In the meantime, though, across the finish line we go in first place, quite close to the rest of the field, but we did get ourselves a time of 2 minutes 26. Not bad. So, I've got to say that was quite a race indeed, but now let's go ahead and jump back to the backstage voting, this time to go and see what cars are up this week. And we've got quite a selection. We have ourselves the AMG GT Black Edition and the Bentley Flying Spur, versus another Porsche 911 that looks like every other car ever made, alongside the Mercedes AMG E63, which I think I've only ever seen a handful of times in this game, and for that reason, it's getting my vote. Do you agree? Let me know in the comments. In the meantime though, our mechanic Mac has been very busy throwing together a little bit of an attempted track build for us. Let's go ahead and bring up the share code of that very quickly. There it is, feel free to go ahead and grab that for yourself. We're going to go ahead, download and install, and see what happens. Especially considering you can't have drag tyres on this thing. So these upgrades are now even lighter at £3,485 with a whopping nearly 1,360 brake horsepower. Right, here we are now over at the edge of the festival. Let's go ahead and see, do we get a wheelie check out of this thing? I doubt it, but not this time. Maybe next time. In the meantime, here we are now over at the edge of the drag strip. We've been told to use launch control on this, so I'm not going to. And away we go. Let's go ahead and see what we can do with this thing. Nearly £3,500 in weight and nearly 1,030 360 brake horsepower. This is going to be hopefully decent. 183 through the camera. We've only got 3 gears ready to work with, and 206 off of the edge of the drag strip. Totally didn't hit that car. Don't know what you're going on about. Right, now it's our turn to go ahead and have a little bit of fun with this thing. We're going to jump straight to conversions, straight to engine swaps, and all the way down to the racing 7.2 litre V8. And of course, you know, we're going to go ahead and slap on some twin turbo. We're going to go ahead and keep this thing all-wheel drive, but we are going to go ahead and take all the bits off the back just to get a little bit of extra speed. We're also going to go ahead and upgrade every single engine component, so this should be fun. Is this a bit overkill? Nah, it'll be fine. Right, now I've got all that sorted and saved. I've got to figure out how to tune the gearbox of a massive off-road truck. So, this should get interesting. In the meantime, here's a look at this week's Forzathon Shop. We got ourselves the McLaren Speedtail, we have ourselves a Backstage Pass, the Horizon UKT, the RJ Anderson truck with a really long name. We also have the Horizon Mexico themed car horn, which sounds a bit like this. Very interesting indeed. We have ourselves the Horizon Super Wheel Spin and the regular Horizon Wheel Spin as well. And now, out to the motorway. Right, let's go ahead and see how close do we get today. The answer is, we've got a little bit ahead of ourselves. Ah well, I'm sure it'll be fine. In the meantime though, here and now at the edge of the motorway, let's go ahead and get ourselves onto launch control, and away we go. 1,356 brake horsepower. This thing that weighs an absolute ton and then some. What can we do? I've got no idea. Let's go ahead, keep our foot stuck to the floor and go and find out. And our speed zone at 216.85. We've still got a downhill and speed camera to go, and this thing is definitely climbing in speed. Rest up, it's currently at 222, and it could still be accelerating. Right, any second we should see. There's the camera, 224, going downhill now, 226, 227, 228. So do we get any more? You do, 230 out of this thing, which is honestly really surprising. Right, where's our little signboard? There it is, on the brakes we go. Do we get a good stopping distance? The answer to that is a solid, well, maybe. Solid maybe. Honestly, I think I'll leave that one to the comments to decide. In the meantime, Mac has actually gone and created an attempted drifting for this thing, so let's go ahead and bring up the share very quickly. There it is, feel free to go ahead and grab that for yourself. We're going to go ahead, download and install, and see how good it is. Right, tune applied, here's the drift zone. Let's go ahead and chuck this thing in and see what we can do. It's going to be very interesting indeed. We are drifting a Toyota Hilux, something that's not usually done. 40,128 points out of the first round of that one, which is very cool indeed. And a dent to the back, which isn't as cool. And now it's time for run number 2. Our 40.1k is the score to beat. Can we do it? I honestly really do not know if we can or not. So that's very good out of this thing. We do get close though, 37,086 points. Not bad, especially considering what I'm driving. In the meantime, as the sun starts to set over the world of Mexico, it also sets over this video as well, because that is the Toyota Hilux Arctic Trucks AT38. It's got a bit of a long name, but it's a good one. And if you don't have one, you can get it via the Horizon Backstage Pass, or when it rolls around in the playlist next. So that means, unlike previous cars I've reviewed, you don't have to spend any money to get it. And that alone is a reason to buy one. In the meantime though, thank you very much for watching. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all that cool stuff. Thank you very much for watching. Tech out. See ya. You know, I wonder if they'll add the old Hilux.